Good day,
We
everybody.
are live.
It's the
Hello,
good parts with
hello.
Creative Crusaders, Kristy Hall and Marian
Woohoo!
LaSalle. Get ready.
Yay! Hello, everyone. How are you? Good morning, good morning. Oh, Marian, it is my favorite day. It is Wednesday, and it is the day that we come and we share about the good parts. We talk about the good parts of our personal life. We talk about the good parts of our business. We talk about whatever good parts we can. And it doesn't mean that there aren't the bad parts. I mean, obviously, we all have the bad
But we
parts,
don't
but
want to talk about those.
we're not going to talk about those. We are here to make sure that all of our good parts get to come out and we get to share them with you. So again, my name is Kristy Hall, and this is my great friend Marian, and together we are Creative Content Crusaders. Woo! And I do think we have a little image for that, which I'm supposed to be in charge of, but for whatever reason,
Oh, it's okay. I got it.
yay!
See? We
I
can
think
take
I know.
turns.
Yes, I was on the comments, not on the banners. So if
There's a
you
lot
are,
of little buttons over here, just in
there
case you've
are.
never used this software before. There's like layers, okay? And so if you're in one layer and you're looking for what you're looking for and it's not there, you got to go to the next layer. So,
Yes,
hey, give
and
us a break, okay?
and let me have another sip of coffee, then maybe I can find
Oh,
it. Hold
okay.
on. Okay, so Marian,
Yes.
would you like to tell us anything about this week's good parts for you?
I have so many, but I'm going to narrow it down to a couple. One of them
Okay.
is what Kristy just said, okay? There's good parts and bad parts about everything. So I'm only going to talk about the good parts of it. It's the thing that I'm using to be healthier, okay? So, yes, weight loss occurs during this healthy thing that I'm doing. It's fasting, intermittent fasting. And one of the things that I have decided to do is not do anything except for water until 11 a.m. So when Kristy says, "Oh, I'm going to go make some coffee now," and "Oh, let me take a sip of my coffee," I have to remember the good parts because I want my coffee too. And I have to wait till 11 o'clock. Now, you can drink coffee, but you can't have creamer in it, you see? And what's coffee without creamer?
I
Okay.
would not know, actually.
You're just being so kind to me
I
today.
know. Listen, I don't want people to think that I'm not a good friend because there are times where I say, Marian, I am really just drinking coffee colored water.
She did that for me one day, and I believed her. She was so convincing. I heard her say, "Well, it's just water with coffee coloring on it, because I'm
Yes.
trying to
And
support you." And I was like, "Oh." And then
that
she's
was so
like
sweet.
giggling, and I'm like, "Oh, she got me."
Yeah. You don't know me well enough to know me if you don't know that I have to have coffee. So, anyways, the good part is
The good
you.
part is that I'm losing weight. My
Yes.
doctor says my numbers are increasing or decreasing wherever they should be.
Hmm.
All the blood work and the urine samples and all the stuff that they do to test how good you're being, they can tell that I'm actually doing the right thing. So now, does that mean you can eat pizza and fried foods during the time that you're allowed to eat? Well, not no, that's not really the way you're supposed to do it.
Hmm.
But you can start out with eating just normal stuff if you only do it between this hour and that hour.
Right.
So I stop eating at 7 p.m. and I don't start up again. I don't start up again until 11 a.m. So there's a science behind it that says if your body is constantly eating, then
Hmm.
you don't have time to regenerate and use that energy to heal yourself. So there's a lot of good parts about the intermittent fasting. It's
Hmm.
not for everybody,
It's
but
not.
it
And
certainly is for me.
I have heard about it for years, and I have known people that have done great with it for
Yeah.
sure.
And I usually show the book, but for those of you who are new, have never been here before, I'll just show you the book that I started with, Fast Feast, Repeat by Jen Stevens.
Mhm.
And what I like about this author is she's down to earth. She
Mhm.
reminds me of us. She's just like, hey, this is, real life. And are you going to be perfect at it?
No.
And instead of doing a diet and then going off the diet and then, gaining the weight back and whatnot, this is just don't deny, delay it. So if you were to tell me, Marian, you can never have ice cream again, or you can't have ice cream until you lose all the weight that you want, honey, I would.
Not happening.
It wouldn't be good. Okay. So just delaying it is perfect for me. So that's it.
Does she have any parts in the book about horrible friends that don't support
No.
you? Okay, just making sure. Okay. I'm just kidding.
Your turn.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, again, I'm like Marian. It is so hard to find just one or two things to talk about, but I do try and narrow it down. And sometimes I go off course. But we have a group of people, some would call a community. I call it a community. And we have sometimes every Monday we have a mastermind. Every Monday through Friday during the day we have a mastermind, and then sometimes we have them on Mondays and Wednesdays, sometimes Saturdays. So all kinds of different masterminds and get-togethers. Well, on Monday we had like a beginner one. So anybody who was just beginning got to come on here and kind of get advice. So one of my friends, Ricky, who I met through Marian, she came on there, and I have been trying to help her with a couple of things. And, technology can be tough. I get that. It can. And so I got on a Zoom with her, and, we talked and talked. I tried to troubleshoot her as best I could. And I do think we made a lot of progress. I do. But at one point, I could really see tears in her eyes. And it just got me, because I could see the frustration. I could see the anxiety in her. And at one point, she's like, I just want to throw my computer out the window. And I said, no, Ricky, you have so much to offer. It might not be technical skills, but there is something inside of you. I see it. I know it. And at this moment, you're not seeing it, but it's true. It's there. And I'm telling you, it's okay. And then that happened early in the week. And then on the Monday night call, she came out in front of, I don't know, 50 people or more.
And people that will watch it later.
And she thanked me. And I was so full of love and gratitude for her in that moment, because, obviously I do what I do because I love to help people, but to know that I really touched her so much that she felt led to say something in front of all of these people, it was such a good part. And it just instilled in me how important my work is and how important human kindness and connection is. And so that's it. I thank you, Ricky. If you're watching this, or if you're watching the replay, I want you to know how much you mean to me. Okay, Marian, that was such a good part for me, and I would love to know if you have anything else to share.
I do, and here's a little bit of advice from an old person, older than you are probably, whoever's watching this. There is such a thing, and watch Kristy's face when I say this, there's such a thing as a foundation, okay, of every your
There
business, your
is.
life. And I think that's what causes most of Ricky's problem is her foundation is not stable because she has a computer that somebody put her old computer on and all of her files are all mixed up. So every time she goes to find a graphic or anything, a file, she can't find it because it's all mumble jumbled over there. My opinion for Ricky and for anyone else is to clean up your files, okay, on your computer because you waste time, you waste energy, and you get upset. And as Kristy put it, when you're young, you can remember where all that stuff is, but you know what? If the busier you get and the older you get, honey, you need to have a good solid foundation and that would be cleaning up your mess. If you're at home and your house is all messy, how do you feel?
Not great. You feel anxious. You feel depressed. You feel like you need to procrastinate on everything. You don't want to get busy. Marian, do you have any suggestions on how someone might approach that? If you are not somebody that's naturally organized or has organizational skills,
Yeah, I do.
would you
I
like to
do.
tell us?
Now, if you can't do it yourself, you just have to admit it and find somebody because there are very specific people who are very organized. And some people are really organized on the computer. Honest to God, that's what they do for a living. I would
Okay.
say it would be worth paying that person to help you clean up your mess on your computer. Okay. Honestly, because if you really stop to think about how many hours of stress and confusion that someone takes when they're trying to find something, when they're trying to run a business or they're
Yeah.
trying to do their taxes and they can't find their files,
No.
it's exhausting. Okay. It takes your time, your energy, and let's face it, you get grumpy then. So
Yeah.
my suggestion is if you don't feel that you can do it, which I think you can, but it does take focused time, then hire
Okay.
somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. You have said that a lot. Do what you can do and
Do what you
farm
do
the
best and farm out the rest.
do what you do best and farm out the rest. I
That's
love
right. That's
that.
right.
Okay. Anything else to add to that? I think I kind of just took over your good
No,
part with
no,
mine.
that to me is going to help you have good parts. Okay.
I think so.
Because you're right. When someone publicly announces that they are appreciative of what you have done for them,
Hmm.
it does something for you. It does something for you. We don't need that. We're not asking for that. But when someone does it, especially if you don't ask them to, it
Right.
just wow, it makes you feel good. So that's
It
a good
really
part.
does. Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, my second good part today is something I think might be construed as, rubbing it in if you live somewhere where, the weather's not that great. But Kristy and I both live in a place where there's no snow and there's no ice. And to me, that's a good part. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, I have met people who love the snow. They love, getting outside and ice skating and shoveling the snow. That's not me. Okay. I did that when I was younger. I know what it's like. I spent 23 years in Michigan when I grew up, and I'm over that now. So good parts for me is I live in the southern part of Texas, and it's warm here or hot all year round.
Right. Hot for sure, which
Yeah.
is still great. I definitely have many friends. The internet is wonderful for that live in all parts of the world, and not that I necessarily want to rub it in, but I have been known to take pictures of myself at the beach and send them to people at times. I might have done that just this month. So I'm not saying that I would do that, but I may have done that in the past, like recently.
I
So
do it to
I,
my daughter. I honestly, when she calls me and says she's -20 and the wind is blowing and they lost power, I'm not. I'm okay. That's bad.
It is.
That's
This
a
is
bad
supposed to.
mother.
This
I'm
is
sorry.
supposed to be the good parts.
But I do enjoy saying, you could move here. You
There
and
you
my
go.
grandkids could move here where there is none of
Yes.
that.
Come
Yeah.
be with me.
So she feels
I
loved because I'm inviting
Mhm.
her to move here. Yeah.
Maybe my daughter will watch this and she will feel led to move from the very snowy. I'm assuming it's snowy in South Carolina at some point.
Now I don't know about South Carolina.
I don't either.
I think it gets pretty cold though, because my
I know it
sister
gets
lives
pretty
in North
cold.
Carolina,
Mhm.
and it gets pretty darn cold.
North Carolina.
Uh-huh.
We're going to be going there in November.
Hey,
Good part.
yes, that's a good part for both of us.
I know.
I'm
Okay.
driving a group of us because Kristy talked about the community that we're in. A group of us are getting in the car and we're taking a road trip to North Carolina for our conference.
That is going
And
to be
we're
so much
excited.
fun. I wish I was going on that road trip with you. I will be with my husband, who is the funniest, most amazing person ever. So I will be having the time of my life. But I can imagine that being in the car with y'all would be hysterical.
We should
sure.
both take some audios, or maybe even some videos, of the good times that we're having in the car.
I think that's a great idea. For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, my second part that I wanted to talk about was okay. If you don't know, Marian and I, we have begun an adventure, and we really haven't talked about it that much, but we have gained some clients, and I'll just go ahead and tell you what it is first. We have started a web design business, and yes, Content Crusaders web design.com. So Marian and I have both created websites forever. I don't know how long Marian has done it, but for me personally, I remember doing HTML when I was 16 years old. So
Wow.
yes. Now I'm not going to say I'm only 20 now. So I'm just kidding. I'm 47. So I have always had this love, and I've always in the background, kind of just done it here and there for myself. But with this software that we use, that is part of our company, it is so enjoyable. I'm not going to say it's necessarily easy. It's easy if you have technical skills, and the computer will do it for you if you want. But also for those that just want something a little bit above and beyond, Marian and I are taking that on. And great idea for you both to go into the web design business. You are both incredibly brilliant. Gail, thank you.
Thank you,
We
Gail.
are brilliant. I mean, I think she's probably looking in the mirror and thinking that she's talking to herself, because she is brilliant.
She is.
She is. But thank you. It is, I think it is a great idea. We have had a few clients already. And my husband has been, messaging his friends saying, my wife has done this for years, but she's like taking it serious. Reach out to her. So that has happened. Marian has gotten a few clients also, and we've been working together. It has been glorious. It has been fun. We've, almost got our foundation done. But we invite you to go to Content Crusaders Web Design and just check it out. It's not,
It's not fully flushed out yet, but it's solid. Okay.
It is
there.
solid.
It's beautiful.
We are solid. Right now we're just kind of in the word of mouth phase, but we are ready to take it to the next level. We honestly, we rock. I mean, let's just put it out there. So that is my good part. I have been getting clients. I have been enjoying this so much. And I definitely owe it all to Marian and our company, Paul and Mike. I
Okay.
mean, we'd be
All
nowhere
right.
without them. Oh, time?
Time out.
Okay.
I want to talk about maybe a not so good thing turning into a good part. Okay. So
Okay.
okay, this is exactly what happened with the web design. Okay. So
Yes.
I had a client who wanted a membership site. And I didn't have any experience except for Patreon. I've created Patreons for people. I had one myself, So for years I've been using a membership site, but it wasn't on our platform, right? And so I had a client who wanted it on our platform,
Mm-hmm.
and so I told my friend Josh Schonert. He's awesome, by the way, Josh. You
Yes.
rock.
I love him.
I know. I hope he sees this because
I hope he does
he's
too.
responsible for me and Kristy talking today, honest to God.
He
So I
is.
talked to Josh and I said, Josh, can you create a membership site for my client? And he said, well, Marian, normally I would, but my business is doing so well. I really can't take the time to veer off into that because it's a whole thing. Okay. It's a whole thing, membership sites. He said, but if you reach out to Matthew Martin or Kristy Hall, they both know how to do a membership site. And I'm sure both of them would be happy to help you. Now, I didn't come to them thinking to myself, oh, they're going to do it for free. No, I thought, oh my God, my client is going to pay them. And then I'm going to look like the hero because I turned them on to somebody who could give them a wonderful website that is a membership site.
Yes.
So Matthew didn't get back to me right away. So it may have been a little different thing had he pushed that button really fast. But Kristy immediately responded and said, I would love to talk to you about that. So it didn't work out with that client. However, Kristy and I knew right away that we would be really good business partners. I don't know, something just clicked in both of I wanted to work with her because she's so cool, and she wanted to work with me for whatever reason. And we decided, no, Kristy said to me, she said, well, I'm sorry, this project didn't work out, but can we find another project to work together? And I was like, yeah, I'm sure we could find something.
Right?
And there we go.
Right? I know that this is going to sound weird. It probably sounds weird to people, but I have been seeing you in the community. I saw you when you did like a testimonial for the Freedom Fest. I have heard about you. I even talked to, I think it was Mike about you, and he's like, "Oh, she's amazing."
Mike said that?
Yes, he did. And so I knew, like, I love this lady and I want her to love me. Like, I know it's a little weird. And then you reach out to me. And of course, I was not really in the business of creating membership sites for other people. I kept my skills here. But I wanted to work with you and I wanted to become friends with you and I wanted to get to know you so badly that I said yes immediately. And even after our first couple of meetings with said client, yeah, I got off the phone after that first meeting and I said to my husband, no. I don't care. There is
Red
not enough
flags
money.
were
There is not enough money in this world for me to work for this lady. It's not happening. I love Marian. I gotta find something else. So it took me a couple times to finally come clean to Marian and say, I don't know. And she's like, oh, thank goodness. She's like, I was thinking the same thing. So I was like,
it's hard,
immediate.
it's hard to fire a client. It's hard to say no sometimes.
It
especially if they really need
is.
you. But if you're working with the wrong client, the good parts are far and few between.
Right. It is. Oh man. And this wasn't a small project. I mean, I think we ended up talking about it being close to a 5 to 6 month project. And I just thought,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
we cannot spend a half a year.
And we turned that money down.
We
Can you
did.
believe it?
Yes. Look where we are now.
Yeah.
It was sent straight from the light, love, and sunflowers.
Oh, yes,
Right.
sunflowers. Thank you.
Ah.
Oh,
Well, do you have any more good parts? I feel like I have 2 or 3 more that I could share, but I know we're running out of time.
yes, we're very close to the time. So I want to share one real quick one, and then you can share one quick one, and then we'll leave.
Okay.
Kristy knows that I love sunflowers. So this was inspired by me loving sunflowers.
Oh, it's beautiful.
She made this for me.
I
Isn't that
did.
sweet?
I did make that for
Oh.
you because I love you.
Oh, that was awesome. Thank
Mhm.
you, Chris.
Okay, my next good part is I'm going on a cruise on Saturday.
Oh my God, I'm gonna miss you, but you're gonna have such a good time.
I am. I am. I talked about it a little bit last week. We are going to spread my sister-in-law's ashes over the wonderful coast or world or wherever we will be. I do plan on doing the good parts still. So I will be
Really?
here. Yes. All I have to do is log in with the internet, right?
Okay. Well, if I turn us on and you're not there, we will forgive you if you're,
Thank you.
swimming with the
If
dolphins or something. I don't know.
right, we will have to have commitments from all of our friends to be on here to keep you company.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. I am so thankful for you. I am so thankful for all of our adventures and for Mike and Paul and Josh and for Matthew not answering his phone and Gail for always being here for
I
us.
know, Gail. We owe you,
Yes,
girl.
we
We owe
do.
you.
We
We
do.
do love you. Thank you.
This is the highlight of my life. It really is. I
Yeah.
didn't think 47 could be this good, but it is.
It's a beautiful life with all the good parts. Hey,
It
if you
is.
would like to join us, we do have a Facebook group, and we'll have to make a graphic for that.
That's a good
We have
idea.
a Facebook group. It's called the same thing, Creative Content Crusaders on Facebook, and
Mhm.
you're more than welcome to join us. We're in there every single day. We've got Tech Tuesday. This is live on Wednesday. Thursday is Thoughtful Thursday. Friday is Freedom Friday. Saturday we have marketing shares. We have Monday marketing Monday, Soul Pay Sunday.
Yeah,
We've got a lot going
we
on.
do.
Come on
We
over
do.
and see us, or come to creativecontentcrusaders.com, and there's a place where you can say, "Hey,
Hello. I
yeah,
love you all. Thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to meet you all.
me too." Bye,
Bye.
everybody.
Bye. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you.